Now in this video, we'll understand how to swap two numbers with and without using temporary variable. Okay, so as usual, we'll start with our header file, include iostream.h. Then we'll use namespace std, and this begins the main function where we have declared the data type as int, and we have defined variable names as a, b, and temp. Okay, this portion is using the temporary variable. So first time first in the output console we have two numbers. So once you enter those two numbers will be assigned to a and b in the output console. Next step, this is very important, listen carefully. In this part we'll understand how we are swapping two numbers using a temporary variable. So in temp, the value of a gets stored in temp. This is the operator we use. Then a becomes empty. Since a is empty, the value of b gets stored in a, and b becomes empty. So since b is empty, the value of temp gets stored in empty. So this is how this procedure goes. Once this operation is done, we have to show with proof that the variables have actually been swapped. So what we are doing is we are throwing an output statement saying after swapping, and we're displaying the value of a and b. To show it properly, we have here. Okay. As we run this program, let's take an example of 10 and 5. Now as you can see, a had 10, b had 5. Now a has 5 and b has 10. This is using temporary variable. Now we have one more question without using temporary variable. Here we'll be using 3 steps to achieve that. First, let us assume again a has 10 and b has 5. Now in a we have 10, we have 5. Now 10 plus 5 is 15. The value 15 gets stored in a. Now a has 15 now. Then coming back to b, we have a minus b. Previously I said a has 15 now and b has 5. So 15 minus 5 is 10. Now b has 10. Again coming back to the final step. Now a equals a minus b. A has 15, b has 10. Now 15 minus 10 is 5. Going back to the same program. We are just using comment lines here so that this does not get read by the compiler. And once we run this program, you can see again I'll put 10 and 5 and the values have changed. In place of 10 there is 5, in place of 5 there is 10. But you'll notice one small difference here, which is when you run this program completely as a whole, you'll notice something here. Once you put 10 and 5 here, after swapping again the values have changed, but without using temporary variable the values are same. Now you might wonder how. It's basically very simple. This is a continuous flow of program. Now we are first swapping numbers using temporary variable, then we are swapping the numbers again without using temporary variable. So again, we showed you previously that both of these programs work together. Since this is a continuous flow of program, first the values get swapped here. The original values were 10 and 5. After swapping using temporary variable, now it is 5 and 10. Again we are swapping the program values without using temporary variable using these 3 steps. Then 5, 10 becomes 10 and 5, as you can see in this program.